The clock struck 12:15 p.m., and the cafeteria buzzed with chatter, laughter, and the familiar clatter of lunch trays. But for Ava Moreno, it was just another day of silent dread. She sat alone at the farthest corner, her back against the cold brick wall, tracing invisible patterns on the table with her finger. It was her third week at Jefferson High, yet every day felt like surviving a battlefield without armor. Ava had transferred from a military family background, moving constantly, never staying in one place long enough to make friends. But today, something was about to happen that no one in the school would ever forget. From the other side of the room, the queen bee of the school, Madison Clark, watched Ava with narrowed eyes. Madison wasn't used to anyone ignoring her social rulebook. She hated Ava not because Ava had done anything wrong, but because Ava stayed quiet, kept to herself, and, worst of all, carried an unshakable calmness. Madison mistook that calm for weakness. "Watch this," Madison whispered to her friends, Jenna and Brooke, who giggled nervously but followed her lead like shadows. With their phones already set to record, because humiliation was always more fun when posted online, they strutted toward Ava, their smirks sharp as knives. Ava sensed them coming. Her father had taught her long ago, never ignore the sounds of the battlefield, even if it's just whispers in a cafeteria. Her shoulders stiffened, but she kept her eyes on her half-eaten sandwich, hoping they'd get bored and leave. But they didn't. Without warning, Madison yanked at Ava's skirt from behind. The fabric tore in one harsh pull, the rip echoing louder than any scream. Gasps filled the cafeteria. Ava's face flushed hot as her skirt shredded halfway down, revealing her black athletic shorts underneath. Thankfully, she'd learned long ago never to wear skirts without them. Still, the humiliation burned. "Oops. Didn't know we bought the same brand, cheap." Madison sneered, waving the torn fabric like a trophy while her friends laughed and recorded. Ava slowly stood up. Her breath deepened, her mind cycling through every technique she'd practiced since she was 6. Her father was a retired Marine. Her mother taught Krav Maga. Ava had learned discipline, but more importantly, she'd learned control. But today, control wasn't about staying quiet. It was about knowing exactly when to act. Her eyes locked onto Madison's. The bully's smirk faltered for the first time. "Apologize," Ava said calmly, her voice steady, yet colder than ice. "What are you gonna do, cry to mommy?" Madison mocked, lifting her phone higher. But her hand trembled slightly now. Jenna and Brooke whispered, "Maybe we should stop." Before they could finish, Ava pivoted. Her right foot planted, her left leg shot upward in a spinning kick, the movement flawless, swift, and terrifyingly graceful. The kick landed squarely on Jenna's nose, crack. Before Ava's other leg followed through, sweeping into Brooke's face with precise force. Madison tried to step back, but Ava's heel caught her in a clean arc across the bridge of her nose. 3 girls collapsed instantly, clutching their faces, noses bleeding freely. Phones clattered to the floor. Silence devoured the cafeteria. Everyone stared, mouths open, as Ava stood still, balanced, calm, breathing evenly. Her military training had kicked in, not because she wanted violence, but because she understood there's a difference between defense and aggression. The principal rushed in moments later, alerted by the chaos. Teachers scrambled. Some kids whispered that Ava would get expelled. But the video of the incident had already gone viral within minutes.